What's up, guys? I am Morgan Turner, your Greater Dayton local expert and realtor. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons to living in Dayton, Ohio. I've lived here my entire life. I was born and raised in Beaver Creek. I grew up around the Beaver Creek, Fairborn, and Xenia area, and I love to talk all things Dayton, so let's get into it. First things first, I want to talk about the background behind me. I'm currently in my home. We threw some plants and candles around me, and it's gonna look better eventually. We're just winging the very first video. Of course, the content is there, but the background is not yet. So disregard, that is gonna get better. The first pro to living in Dayton is you are close to rural and you're also close to a city. So for example, if you lived in like Beaver Creek Township, you are close to the rural area where you are around farmland, cornfields, and then you are only like 5 minutes from the mall, the Fairfield Commons Mall. The next one I have is a con. It is heavy construction around the highways. I don't think the highways are really that bad in terms of traffic. I think it's more just a lot of construction, and I feel like once they start one project, they take forever to finish it, and once they finish it, they start another one. Another pro to living in Dayton is we are a military town, so we have Wright Patterson Air Force Base that employs nearly 30,000 people. This is sitting amongst Beaver Creek, Fairborn, Riverside, Huber, and I also think there's a separate base in the Springfield area. Another con to living in Dayton is people often say there's nothing to do here. Well, I've got you covered because over on my Instagram, I do 5 things to do in the Dayton, Ohio area almost every week. And if I'm not doing 5 things to do, I'm doing top 5 coffee shops to go to, top 5 date night ideas to go to. So I've got you covered there. There's plenty to do in Dayton. You just have to look and find it. Another pro to living in Dayton is we're only 1 hour from Cincinnati. We're also 1 hour from Columbus. What are we, 2 hours from Hocking Hills? 2 hours from Hocking Hills. Yeah, 3-hour drive to Lake Erie. So we are really close to a lot of sightseeing things to do. Cincinnati has a really big downtown, so does Columbus. So those are 1-day trips you could definitely do and come back in the same day. Super nice to have that convenience. Another con that I've heard in the Dayton area is the weather. We get really hot summers and we get really cold winters. So the fall and spring are very short-lived. I wish they lived longer, but they don't. Another pro is I believe Dayton has a strong sense of community. When it comes to the Dayton Air Show, that is a really big thing around this area that I feel brings people together, just creates a really big sense of community. There are a lot of pocket spots in the downtown Dayton area that people love to get together to do different things. They have like porch concerts in the one of the historic districts in downtown Dayton. So that's a really cool thing to do. But yeah, I think it's a really strong sense of community here. I think it would be easy to find friends here if you moved here. This is another con that I thought about, which if this is important to you, there is no luxury shopping in Dayton. So we have, I don't know, maybe 3 major malls around us. The Dayton Mall, the Fairfield Commons Mall, and then the mall at the Green. There is no luxury shopping. So you get your standard middle class stores around here. If it's important to you, there's only an hour drive to Cincinnati to the Kenwood Mall, that there are more luxury shopping experiences there. Another pro to living in Dayton, Ohio is we have a lower cost of living here. I'm looking up some random stats on Google right now. Cost of living in Dayton, Ohio is 3% higher than the state average, but 4% lower than the national average. So I've actually had some investors reach out about wanting to buy homes in the Dayton area because it is such a, they can't find homes where they're living right now for that price, and you can in the Dayton area. So a lot of investors like to try to pick up those houses here. Another con, if this is important to you, is we have a very limited nightlife. You are not going to get the downtown feel that you would in Cincinnati or Columbus on a weekend, on a Friday night. On the weekends, there is a place called the Oregon District in downtown Dayton that can get a little bit elevated, if you will, but I wouldn't, rowdy, if you will, but I wouldn't say that you're gonna get that like full force downtown feel that you would anywhere else. So if that's something you're looking for, you're not gonna be fully fulfilled here unless you travel to Cincinnati, Columbus area. Another pro to living in Dayton is there are a lot of outdoor recreation in metro parks. They have built the splash pads for kids. There's a lot of hiking in Yellow Springs, John Bryant State Park. And then there's also just like other smaller parks that for like a playground for your kid or just walking your dog. There are plenty of dog parks around here. So I think that in the sense of maybe we don't have the best like nature as far as mountains and beautiful scenery and beaches and whatnot, but we do what we have around here, and it is nice to enjoy. When I'm talking about the Dayton area, I am talking about the greater Dayton area, and I will show you a picture on the map. I'm talking pretty much from the Troy Tip City area all the way down to Springboro. That is where I personally am considering the greater Dayton area. Get across all of it within an hour. Also really close to Indiana too. That's another spot that a lot of people like to go to. Thank you guys so much for watching my very first YouTube video. I am excited to take this journey on, and I hope that you're excited to be here with me to do this. If you saw anything during this video that sparked something that you're like, oh yeah, that is something I enjoy about Dayton, or something I have a question about Dayton, please leave it in the comments below. I will try my best to answer all of them, and also I could use that as a video to make off of that comment if there's something you want to see. And if you have any real estate needs, all of my information will be in the description below, how you can get a hold of me, my email, my phone number. And from there, I am so grateful to be here, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.